They dumped snow on my lawn for years, so I buried their parking lot, just a pile of snow at the edge of my property, 3 feet high, maybe 4 feet wide. I assumed it was a mistake. The shopping center next door had hired a new plowing company, and they probably didn't know where the boundary line was. I let it go. Then it happened again and again. Every snowfall, their plows cleared the entire parking lot and shoved everything onto my grass. By January, my yard had turned into a mountain of snow mixed with salt, gravel, and trash. Cigarette butts, broken plastic, even a single sneaker frozen. My lawn didn't stand a chance. I called the shopping center management, got transferred multiple times before finally reaching a guy named Dennis. He said he'd look into it. Nothing changed. When I called again, Dennis told me the plow company was under contract and doing their job. He told me to contact the plow company instead, so I did. They claimed they were following property lines.
When I said they were dumping on my land, they replied, "Prove it." So I did. I paid for a professional survey. Cost me $800. And that's when things got interesting. The survey showed that the shopping center's parking lot extended 6 feet onto my property, not just in one spot, along the entire back edge. Dumpsters, loading space, about a dozen parking spots, all of it on my land. It had apparently been that way for 15 years. The previous owner never noticed or never cared, but the plat maps were clear. I sent copies of the survey to the shopping center's ownership group. I gave them 30 days to remove anything built on my property. Their lawyer responded, claiming adverse possession. Their argument was simple. They'd been using the land long enough that it was legally theirs. I hired my own lawyer. In my state, adverse possession requires continuous use without permission.
But 12 years earlier, the previous owner had given them verbal permission to temporarily use the space during a construction project. I had documentation from the estate sale, notes from the old owner, enough to shut their argument down completely. My lawyer sent a second letter, much firmer. Remove all structures within 14 days or face legal action and daily fines. They tried to buy the strip. First offer was insulting. I declined. They raced it. I declined again. By March, the snow melted. My lawn was destroyed. Dead grass, deep ruts. I was done being patient. I hired a fence company and had a chain link fence installed directly on the survey property line. The shopping center instantly lost 12 parking spaces. My phone rang within an hour. Dennis, furious. He said I was being unreasonable, that businesses needed parking and loading access. I told him they shouldn't have dumped snow on my lawn. He blamed the plow company. I reminded him who hired them. He hung up.
2 days later, someone new called. Angela, calm, professional. She apologized and said they wanted to fix everything. She offered to fully restore my lawn. She offered $15,000 for an easement. I said no. $30,000. Still no. I signed. They moved the fence back 6 feet. The parking spaces reopened. If you enjoy stories about expensive mistakes, hit like, subscribe.